want to dedicate my words today to the memory of the late and great John Lennon, who would have turned 80 today. He was actually 40 when he was taken from this world, literally 40 years ago. Today would have been his 80th birthday. Simchat Torah is one of the most extraordinary and happy holidays. The very words itself, the happiness of Torah. You know, when we first started MJE, we had huge numbers for high holidays, very small numbers for Simchat Torah. And I said to our group back then, this is 20 years ago, that in the temple, on the day of Yom Kippur, it was packed with people. And it was packed with people praying to God fervently, focused on the high priests securing atonement on behalf of the Jewish people. But the very next week, that same temple was filled with throngs of Jewish people that came to celebrate B'Simcha, with joy, the holiday of Shmini Atzeret, of Sukkot, and the water libations. And the Talmud says if anyone did not experience the Simchas Beis HaShoeva, the joy of the water libations and all the rituals done on the holiday of Sukkot in the temple, then they never experienced true joy. Judaism is a religion when we stand before God and beg for forgiveness on Yom Kippur, but that's not where it ends. It continues through Sukkot and culminates with Simchat Torah when we celebrate the joy that Torah life gives us. And without the joy, and all we have is the fear and trepidation, it's not a complete picture. And I am proud to say that MG went from having huge numbers high holidays to huge numbers Simchat Torah. That's changing this year, of course, although we're having socially distanced services, but we can't really have hakafot in the normal kind of way, but we're still b'simcha, because Judaism is not just about fear and trepidation. It's not just about the seriousness of our relationship with God. Of course, that's very important, but it has to be balanced. It has to be balanced the next week in the temple, and tonight, tomorrow, and the next day is going to be celebrating the joy that we have from living a life of Torah. So let's remember that as we go into this Yom Tov, even though it's a little more muted than normal, that Torah and a life of Judaism is really there to give us the Simcha. That's the way we conclude the high holiday season, with Simchas Torah, with the joy of Torah. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.